It's OTA minicamp season, and today we're looking at the Atlanta Falcons, and we're watching Michael Penix throw the rock around, connecting with Drake London and some other receivers. But before we dig in, though, you need to click that subscribe button right now. We're looking at rookie minicamp clips, OTAs, minicamp, training camp, workouts of your favorite players, those rookies that you're watching, and everything else in between. Click that button. Stop missing out on what your players are doing behind the scenes in practice, because you're going to be kept up to speed right here. We're looking at Michael Penix. These are clips from the Atlanta Falcons. We're watching them sling the rock, working through these drills. A lot of these are slow-mo, but they're highlight packages from the Falcons. Usually about one every other day they give us of Michael Penix. About one every 3 days, really. Deep ball right there. Looking good. There's a wobbly one right beside him. It's wobbling around. We're getting down there. Boom. Ray McCloud. Solid down there. Ray McCloud had a good season, considering competition in the offense, considering his role. Getting it down there. More Michael Penix. We'll loop this and keep talking ball. This is how we do it. Solid one. Here's another one. I think this one goes to Drake London. Drake London downfield, I believe. There we are, getting it. There we are, getting picked up for a fifth-year option this year. And Michael Penix was on the NFL draft radar back when he was in Indiana. And we had some injuries come around, and we go to Washington. And we blow it up our final year there. And throughout the draft process, it was a roller coaster. Like, starting things off, like that December going into the draft, people were talking about him as a first-round pick. But then we get in the draft season, and media nitpicks him a bit, and they take him out of the first round, maybe a late first-rounder at the highest. And then when the Falcons select him, considering they did have Kirk Cousins, that everybody was on an uproar about it. Now we're into 2025, and Michael Penix is the guy. And what can I tell you about Michael Penix from studying it? He's a very good facilitator of the football. He can move the football around. He can push it downfield. He can get it to your open guys, especially when you have good wide receivers, which that's what they had at Washington. You had Rome Odunze, Jalen McMillan, a few others there, Jalen Polk. You had some studs there, and he can facilitate the rock downfield and get it to him. And this is what we have with the Falcons. Kyle Pitts, Drake London, Bijan Robinson, Darnell Mooney, Ray McCloud. We have multiple good wide receivers in this offense where we can spread the ball around. And this is an older wide receiver with this is an older quarterback prospect, might I say, that has a lot of experience at the college level. And that's been the trend here of what NFL teams have been looking at lately. Looking at quarterbacks with experience. You're looking at Bo Nix, looking at a few others, but it's more recent that's starting to turn their head that way. And he's got a lot of experience. He's got years under his belt. And the thing about that is maturity is there. We've seen a lot. We've had extra time to develop before we got to the league. We do have an injury history, but we're starting to get further removed from that. That's one thing you say. We're starting to get further removed from that. So that's another good thing going into 2025. We have a good arm. We've proven to push the ball downfield. This team wanted him, and they wanted to make sure they had a quarterback behind Kirk Cousins, for sure. Remember, before all this happened, they were in quarterback kind of purgatory, and they did not want to go through that again. That was my take. They did not want to go through that again. They wanted to make sure, because the quarterback position, if that's not nailed down, you're really treading water at best in the National Football League. So they got Cousins, they drafted Penix, and that was the long-term plan / insurance policy. Ended up being an insurance policy that they're cashing in on, because they did not want to have the Desmond Ridder days again. They did not want to have that again. They did not want to keep bridging for Matt Ryan for a decade. They want to have two irons in the fire, and they hope one catches some heat. Michael Penix, limited starts last year. This is technically, not really, but technically kind of his first full rookie season. First full season under helm here with the Falcons. So you got to give him some grace, but he's also mature and developed. Ready to go. So this is going to be a very interesting science project. This could be the guy that steps up in the league, where you guys are looking at these rookies here, where it's not a strong rookie quarterback class. Also, you look at the Titans, they're not really equipped to move forward right now. You're looking at Sturfeld in the 5th. He's got a battle for a spot, and it's also the Browns. You're looking at the Falcons here. You got an experienced quarterback prospect with some upside. We're further removed from that injury history. And on top of that, Drake London, Kyle Pitts, Bijan Robinson. You have good running backs behind Bijan Robinson if he goes down, if the running back attrition hits. Ray McLeod, Darnell Mooney. Darnell Mooney, a twitched up good wide receiver too for any team in the National Football League. You got a lot of options here. You got a studly tight end at the position. Production-wise, considering there's not enough footballs to go around to make everybody a top producer, man, you'd wish Kyle Pitts would be more productive. But we covered that, I think, Wednesday in the Dynasty video. Like, hey, you can only have so many targets go your way, but he's getting a good ADOT, a top-tier ADOT for the tight end spot. Average depth of target, getting deeper targets downfield. Usually it's a little shorter, around the 6-yard range. He's around 9-yard range. So you're also getting deeper shots at the tight end spot. You're getting that seam shot. On top of that, Ray McLeod's had his moments. He had his moments last year. He was usable in fantasy for some weeks. Maybe not as a top-tier producer, but he was usable. We have options in this offense. For a quarterback like this, that a lot of the market was queasy about, now that we're further removed from draft day, things have fanned out to where it's at, we got a good situation here for him. So if he is legit, he is going to probably rocket ship up. If he's not legit, I don't see him just treading water. I think it's either he's legit, we rocket ship up, or he's not legit, and we don't even tread water, ain't looking pretty. I think it's going to be one of the two, because we got too much on the offensive side of the ball to not. Too much. Too much here. I mean, think about it. We got a stud wide receiver, Drake London. We got a stud running back. We have an athletic tight end. We have a very good wide receiver 2. We have a very good wide receiver 3 that can get open. We have everything here. And then even if Bijan goes down, you have a 1,000-yard running back who can pound it up the gut. You got the running back for goal line situations there. You got everything here. So it's either all or nothing, honestly. And he's got experience at the college level. Like Michael Penix is that young quarterback to hitch your wagon to right now. Honestly, when you're looking at everything going on right now, and you're looking at all the other young quarterbacks, they've already started to chip away at their career. Now that we're looking at the ambiguous abyss here, the rookies, we're looking at Penix, like Bo Nix, we already kind of know now. We kind of got to see him. We already got to see Caleb Williams. We also got to see Daniels. We saw those quarterbacks, so toss them out to the side. We already know. The ambiguous quarterbacks, the young ones, just a couple of those, the Cam Wards and everything else. This is the quarterback you need to hitch your wagon to. He's got everything there. He's got everything there. It's either going to rocket ship up or not. That's it. The rocket ship either has no gas to it or it's going to the moon. That's it. That's it. I mean, that just makes sense to me. That just makes sense to me. We either legit or we not, because we got everything there. We got everything there. We're in some matchups like last year where there were some firefights at the quarterback position where we just had to keep pushing the ball downfield. There's going to be games like that. It's either all or nothing with Michael Penix. That's it. It's either all or nothing. Unless injuries hit. I mean, that's with everybody. But it's either all or nothing with Michael Penix right now. That is the thing we're putting on the table. And usually if you're legit, you hit pretty quick. It's not like, oh, we got to wait 5 years for this quarterback. We got to give him. If you're legit, you hit pretty quick. Michael Penix is probably a guy you need to be paying attention to pretty hard this offseason, this training camp. I'll have the clips for you. But my main take here, it's either here or going to be here. Because we got everything around him. Unless we get hit with mass injuries and it's cloudy throughout the season, then I could understand that. But right now, on paper, it looks like it's going to be this or this. I think I'd be excited about that if I was a Falcons fan. I think I'd be very excited about that. Because if you get that rocket ship quarterback, you're good as gold. You're good as gold. You got everything around him. Let me know what you think about him in the comments below. I want to hear about that. Make sure to hit that subscribe button on the way out. One thing for watching. Catch you on the next video.